My name is Betty Ann Steen, and I first heard about Inghram Sit and Stay. I did nails for 28 years, and I had a client that was Marguerite, and never knew her husband owned a dog kennel or anything like that because I didn't have a dog. My dog that I loved was 13 years old, passed away, had no interest in other animals. My son, unfortunately, wanted Eddie McDowell. I didn't know nothing about the breed, ignorant of the choice of dog for my son being the first dog. And he was 13 weeks old, very aggressive, and I was at my shop crying because my husband called me, said the dog bit my son again, and he's dragging him. So I was like, okay, I'm on my way home. And when I told Marguerite what happened, she was like, well, Betty, why don't you take him up to my son? Why don't you take him up to my husband? And I told her, I tried 3 different places. I've been to PetSmart. I've been to the one on Gardner Road. I've been 3 different places. And 2 of them said that they can't help me. One I've tried desperately to do everything that I could. When I came here, it was honestly a miracle. I didn't know the dog had the potential to do what it had. And 10 years later, this is what I have. I have 3 beautiful dogs. One just passed away, unfortunately. She had VKH or VHK, whatever it is, and he has a pigmentation disorder. He's the only healthy one. He's my mobility animal. This is my medical alert dog. I go from 3 pounds to 109 pounds to 87 pounds to 114 pound pig. I always wanted a pig, and when I went to go purchase a pig, they told me, I don't advise it because you don't know how to deal with them. You have to be firm. You have to be dominant. You have to be an alpha. They don't deal with anything else. I thought alpha was like, where you have to no, it's just putting them in their space. This dog, unfortunately, never been kenneled. We've tried. He broke over. Sit. 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 Down. 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 He's broke over 30 cages that I spent a lot of money on. Clarke came for a home visit, and I got chewed out the moment the door opened because he was sitting in the threshold between the living room and the kitchen. And basically letting everybody know he owns the house, but we didn't know that that was the interpretation. And the importance of a kennel is the same thing as a baby. You have to crib them. Otherwise you spoil them. Nobody wants a spoiled child around. Nobody wants a child jumping all over them, touching all over them. The same boundaries that you give for your children is the same boundaries that you give for your dogs. I didn't understand that at first. So then we started boundary marking, and it worked. He stopped destructive behavior. He cannot be kenneled. He does not like to be restrained. He is the Houdini of escape. But he's a wonderful dog. He will not destroy anything because he learns his boundaries, and he understands that he is not the alpha. This dog right here is very sensitive. They're very different personality. They don't like each other, but out of respect of me being alpha, him being beta, him being delta, Charlie, and my pig being echo, they all get along because they respect me. And I learned that through Clarke. And I know his wife for over 20 years, and it was like a miracle when I found out that I can have magic happen.
Do you think they like? Do you think they like the experience here, and do they like coming to the facility?
I thought because of the way PetSmart trained, everything's treat. They wouldn't listen to me. It was like, I'm not doing anything. If you do the study on a breed before you get a breed, you won't have a problem with the dog you own. I was ignorant. There was no Google. So I couldn't do the study on a breed that I had. All I know is my son wanted an Eddie McDowell, and that's it. So I wanted to please my son. I had no experience. There was no Google. There was no nothing. So I had to learn through a professional what to do. So they need to respect you. I never hit them. I'm never aggressive with them. I'm very firm with them as you would be your child. No. When your child reaches for a knick-knack, when your child reaches for the dog food, when your child reaches for anything they're not supposed to, put their hands in the toilet, no. You don't do that to your child, right? If you teach a dog that you're gonna, every time they do something wrong, it's like poking and poking and poking and ultimately they're going to turn around and bite you. Most dogs cannot be, and especially bully breeds, cannot be taught in an aggressive manner. They have to learn to respect who is alpha by the hand that feeds them, by the commands, by the body movements. If I touch my dog, he knows I'm standing up. Shh, come, heel, come, come. I'll take them both off. They'll both do the same thing because it's confusing with them both. Come, Leo, Leo, King, come, King, come, sit, 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 down, up, down, 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 stay, Leo, come, Leo, come, Leo, heel, Leo, hear me, Leo, heel, good boy, brace, brace. I fall a lot. This dog helps me. Because when I can't get up, I don't want strangers saying, oh, are you okay? No, I'm okay. This is why I have him. He's strong. And just to show you, he'll arch his back just to push me. That was just to show you that, to push me up. And he could totally get me off the floor. I don't have his vest with me right now. This one, every time I cough, she learned on her own. I got tired of getting bit on the ankles, and I'm like, why is she biting me? I noticed that she was biting me because she was knowing that I was having a COPD attack, and I couldn't breathe. And there's plenty of times that 911 had to be called. I've had so many puncture wounds on my ankles that I was like, I don't want her biting me. How do I get her to stop biting me? She's only 8 months old, and I don't want to discourage her from mouthing because she does need to pick things up for me and go knee high because I can't bend down all the way. So we found a different trigger. She'll stand on me and she'll let me know. I'll show her my pump and everything is okay. If I still cough after that, she'll sit there. She won't move. And I have to totally pay attention to her. It's basically zoning into her. So I can zone into what's going on with me and just take a break. I have a lot of problems with forgetting. I have a 4.5-year-old. If my 4.5-year-old goes 3 feet behind me, she won't move. And she'll just sit there. I mean, I can't ask for anything better. I mean, I was given what most people can only dream of. The only thing that people have a problem with is getting the breed that they want, but know nothing of it. And that doesn't only hurt the person, it hurts the animal. Because how many animals been abandoned here and adopted? It's countless. Working with Clarke is wonderful. I mean, like I explained, my first dog was a husky mix and very hard breed to deal with. And they kept him. They had to not only keep him for 1 month, they kept him for 3 months. And my aunts, my friends, people, oh, he's going to lose his personality, he's a good dog, he talks, and blah, 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 they're going to train him. He's still on that. We still play with him. If I tell him I'm going to rip it off, that's just his play. I mean, this one didn't need to stay, and his mother didn't need to stay. They both basically were good enough to say they were a different mindset than him. So they were easier to train, where it was like through daycare, pick up, go home, come to classes, which is important, which people don't do. Unfortunately, a lot of people like me, I got disabilities that I cannot. There's weeks on end that I'm either in a hospital, can't walk, or can't bend over, can't do anything. So, I mean, to lose their personality, it'll never happen. Let me rip it off. Let me rip it off. Let me rip it off. That's my baby. I love him. You know what I'm saying? He's never going to change his personality. He's going to be the way he is to the day he dies, and we're going to see him take the last breath. And, I mean, he's a nut. He runs from us. He plays with us. He's very graceful. And it is what it is, and we accepted the breed, and we learned how to live with his world. But like I said, it doesn't fit into everybody's world. Nothing in my house has ever been destroyed. Nothing in my house has ever been taken for granted. He knows his boundaries, and he don't pass them. Baby gates are a good way. If you don't want your child to go into the bathroom and play in a toilet, what do? We put up baby gates. You don't want them to go into the kitchen because you're afraid they're going to get into poisons underneath the kitchen sink. You have to tie them down. I have a pig, I have to lock my fridge. So they're service animals, so they're to respect whoever is in command. So, God forbid if I fell, somebody calls 911. They're used to dealing with service dogs. They know to just grab it and say, heel. Wait till animal control comes, wait till whoever comes. It had to happen to me twice in Walmart. And they keep the dog, or they bring the dog to the address to where I live. I was lucky enough that I knew one of the fire department guys, and they dropped him off at my house. You know, which was a lucky thing because that barely ever happens, you know. And it just was perfect timing. When I'm not here, I not only get texts, I get calls to see how I'm doing. I get checked on continuously. Some of the people I only know for a year, I feel like I know them for 20. They're very respectful, they're very lovable. They'll answer any questions you need to know. They're very front and forward. And I mean, when class is opening, it's almost like you're waiting. You're waiting to go because it's like, oh, I can't wait to see Ivy. I can't wait to see Diva. You don't know the owners' names, but you make friends with them. And you go out and we have good dinners. We all mingle. We go to International Mall, the Cheesecake Factory. There's, I mean, plenty of people that study us, watch us. They camera footage. I mean, there's not one aggressive move. There's not in here. I mean, if you continuously saying, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, and you leave the French fry right there, turn your back, your child is going to eat that French fry. So will a dog. The trust is as much as I trust myself. And I trust myself with my children. So I trust Clarke with my fur babies. So I think with that being said, I wouldn't put my babies, fur babies, in other hands but mine are his. I trust his staff. I see their abilities. I've been here for over 12 years, training with my animals, just seeing the differentiations and how people get frustrated, and it's like almost like a therapy group. People come here to relieve stress. They come here to relieve a lot of things. This is an outlet, like some people find dancing to be an outlet. Was my outlet through my divorce, was to be into the dog training. And that's when I started taking it seriously. And I did see the difference, and it did pay off. So do I trust him? Yes. Am I afraid of him? Like I am of going to see Lucifer. Yes, I'm afraid of him. Because he is passionate about what he is, what he does. And for him to see you mess up the work that he's accomplished with your child, to teach him how to do his ABCs, and you wind up making him do the WYZXs, it really, really upsets him. And he doesn't take it out on the dogs. There's no reason for an owner to get upset and bah, bah, bah. And when he does see that, he yells at them. And new people versus the seniors, we say, listen, take it at heed. He's passionate. He loves these animals. He's a militant towards us, not towards them. This is his passion. He loves his animals. I've never seen him firmly correct an animal. When they come at him, and it's like, what would just happen? Where other people, they don't know what to do. You understand what I'm saying? He's got that energy, and what he does is he passes that energy on to you. You learn it as you go. For the people that think you can make, wave a magic wand over a car and diagnose the problem, you're just as ignorant as thinking your dog comes here and gets trained, and we try to train you how to train your animal, are ignorant if they think they don't have to do it at home. Mm-hmm. It's all in one. It's like having a personal trainer. They come, they wake you up, they call you. You pay them to do their job. You pay them to get you where you need to be. If you're 187 pounds and you want to be 133 pounds, you're going to work like hell to get it done. So if you got a dog that's majorly aggressive, and you got a dog that just won't listen, you got a dog that's not housebroken, you got a dog that just won't do those things, these are things that you have to be consistent and work at. And the staff, I believe in the staff. I don't see them working any other way. I don't believe he would hire anybody that wasn't equal to him. Unfortunately, there has been some slips. He's a person of chance. If he wasn't a person of chance, he wouldn't take in dogs and fund them himself out of his own pocket, just to train them, to find them, to go to a home. You know, the staff works really, really hard. I mean, there's really nothing else I really can say. I mean, it's golden. It's golden. I mean, if you could go any higher than platinum, that's what it is. I mean,
It's awesome.
so.
And do you think that they're happy here when they come?
From the moment they get in the car, dogs are not as stupid as people think they are. They know if they're going to McDonald's, they know if they're going to Wilson State. Once they hit Wilski Road, their front paws just go. Once they see this ground, their nose is ready to go. They're ready to learn. They're ready to get in line. That's their pack. And dogs have a pack mentality. So they're comfortable in their pack. Now when you have that shy dog, which has been abused, such as a dog named Ivy and several others, that wouldn't lift their heads up, that wouldn't walk, that would just tremble in a corner, are part of that pack. When they started, you couldn't get them to barely walk. It takes constant encouragement. You gotta hold their hand through it and tell them it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And eventually they do it. She walks through dogs that can kill her with one bite because she trusts I won't let nothing happen to her. I walk through these dogs that can put a hole in me and knock me down and probably rip my throat open in a second. But I trust through the training that their dogs are obedient enough that my dog doesn't have to step in to protect me. And as far as I've been here, like I said, 12 years, I have never heard of, seen of, or experienced that at all. When it comes to dog aggression and you don't plan on breeding your dog, and you got a female dog and you don't want to breed your dog, he doesn't tell you to go fix your dog because he don't want you to have puppies and breed. One, there's overpopulation. Two, a female dog can die from pyometria. Two, the younger you get the dog neutered, you're not a breeder, don't breed them. Just have them. They're supposed to be your pets. They're supposed to be your companion. And that's what he teaches. If you want a dog and you want a good dog, you get it from a breeder. Don't become a breeder because you're overpopulated. There's plenty of dogs that were dropped off here. There's plenty of dogs that walk in here. So for a dog that's a stray to just walk in here, there has to be an aura or a karma for them. Mm-hmm. So they are replaced through souls. You know, I believe a dog has a soul. I'm sorry. So that's it. I mean, that's enough said on my part on that.